Ronnie Coleman, at one point in my career, my body fat was so low it barely made sense, even to the experts measuring it. During underwater weighing, the reading came back at an unbelievable 0.33% body fat. That's not even 0.5%. The numbers were so extreme that the results sometimes showed as negative body fat, something like -2%, simply because the formulas couldn't properly calculate it. And the crazy part? I wasn't even in full contest shape yet. I was still about 6 weeks out. So when people ask what my body fat might have been when I stepped on stage at 285 pounds, the answer is simple: 0.33% or even less. That's how shredded I was. If I was hitting numbers that low before peak conditioning, I can only imagine what the final contest reading would have looked like, probably something so extreme it couldn't even register. Ronnie Coleman, 0.33% body fat. Legendary 8-time Mr. Olympia winner Ronnie Coleman once claimed that at his leanest, his body fat dropped to just 0.33%, an almost unbelievably low number. According to him, this reading came during underwater weighing, or hydrostatic testing, and sometimes the calculation even showed negative values, e.g. -2%, because standard formulas couldn't properly compute such extreme results. Coleman said this occurred before he was even in full peak competition shape, about 6 weeks out, meaning the final contest condition could have been even leaner. From his point of view, when he stepped on stage at 285, 300 pounds with razor-sharp conditioning, a body fat of 0.33% or lower made sense. Why many experts say it's practically impossible. Medical and physiology experts widely argue that such a low body fat percentage is essentially impossible, certainly not sustainable, and likely not even physically viable. Essential fat is necessary. Some body fat is vital for organ function, hormone regulation, temperature control, vitamin absorption, and more. Estimates for minimum safe body fat in men, even elite athletes, generally fall in the 3 to 5% range for essential fat alone. Measurement limitations: methods like underwater weighing, DEXA, BODPOD or skin fold calipers are less reliable at extreme ends, very low body fat, high muscle mass, unusual bone muscle density. According to specialists cited in analysis of Coleman's claim, a hydrostatic test could miscalculate fat under such extraordinary conditions, skewing the result downward. Physiological risk and plausibility: being at sub 1% body fat would likely compromise critical bodily functions, something experts say is incompatible with human survival or at least long-term health. In short, while Coleman's physique was undeniably extreme and among the most impressive ever seen in bodybuilding, his 0.33% claim is met with strong skepticism in the scientific and medical community. What might have actually been going on? Given the above, there are plausible explanations for why Coleman, or anyone measuring under extreme conditions, could get zero-ish readings. Testing error, calibration issues, muscle density, bone mass, hydration level, glycogen stores, etc., can significantly throw off traditional tests. In a body as extreme as Coleman's, the formulas may simply not be built to accommodate such outliers. Visual appearance versus reality: through aggressive dieting, water manipulation, sodium glycogen depletion, dehydration, and tanning oil to skin prep, it's possible to look shredded beyond what objective measurements would support. Many pros use these tactics pre-contest to maximize definition, which can exaggerate the impression of extremely low fat. Exaggeration, miscommunication, or anecdotal reporting: it's possible the 0.33% number was a rounded down or misheard value. Maybe he meant 3.3% or very low single digits, or an offhand remark turned into myth over time. Some articles suggest Coleman may have been speaking loosely or informally. Why the claim still resonates, and what it means for bodybuilding legacy. Whether or not the number is literally true, the 0.33% claim has taken on mythic status, helping cement Ronnie Coleman's image as perhaps the most freakish muscle monster in bodybuilding history. It symbolizes extremes: size plus conditioning plus grit plus dedication. For many fans and aspiring bodybuilders, the claim represents the limits of human potential, a benchmark for what elite-level dedication and genetics could approach. It also sparks important conversations about health trade-offs. Hitting ultra-low fat may look amazing, but it's biologically risky, so chasing it without nuance can be dangerous. Finally, it highlights how much spectacle and psychology matter in bodybuilding. Perception, how shredded someone looks, often matters as much, or more, than what a scale or test says. My take is inspiring, but treat the number as legend, not science. I view Ronnie Coleman's story as inspirational, for his discipline, his work ethic, and the sheer scale of what he built with his physique. Claiming 0.33% body fat adds drama, mystique, and talk value, but from a scientific medical standpoint, it is very likely exaggerated or miscalculated. If you watch old photos or footage from his Olympia wins, his conditioning was absolutely absurd for a man of his size. But absurd doesn't equal scientifically proven 0.33%. I treat that particular number as more legend than fact, and celebrate what he undoubtedly did, pushing the boundaries of what bodybuilding could be.